Good morning, good people. MaggieVision X. I'm back with another video. This comes from the Young America's Foundation channel. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You guys could go check it out. Follow that channel. They have some really good content over there. Now, this is Mr. Allen West. I did a live yesterday, and I spoke about what we have going on in our communities and the reasoning for that and why it was by design. And this guy here is just going to give you the answer straight up and down. Lived through a few generations, and he's going to let you know exactly why it is where we're from. Let's go.
In concert with what you were talking about with equality of opportunity versus equality of outcome, when our law enforcement officers arrest African Americans, African Americans are 5 times more likely to be arrested than white Americans. Isn't that an inequality of opportunity for these people typically living in inner city neighborhoods?
I grew up in an inner city neighborhood, and it depends on what you're doing. If you're breaking the law, you should be arrested because it's about protecting people. I grew up in the inner city. I could have fallen and gone down the wrong path. And if I go down the wrong path, then I'm responsible for those actions, and there are consequences to those actions. And I would just say to the young black men and women in the inner cities, don't go to the gangs. Don't go down the path of lawlessness. Go down the path of thinking about your future.
But when you talk about
I told you guys, gang culture is like at the top of inner city destruction in urban areas. It's right at the top.
the institutional reality that African Americans are arrested 5 times, they're 5 times more likely to be arrested than white people. Isn't there something institutional, not just a choice? Because then we wouldn't have that disparity. Like, where does the disparity come from?
I do not agree with police harassing anybody. And
Me
they're
neither.
just the same as they're bad soldiers,
Not at
they're
all.
bad cops. And bad cops need to be prosecuted, just like what we saw in South Carolina. But I think inherently we have a problem with criminality in our inner city communities. And the real problem, we're just talking about a symptom. The real disease in the inner city communities is the fact that when I was born in 1961, the two-parent household in the black community was between 75 and 77%. Today, it's only 24%. Well,
Did you guys hear that? Only 24% of young black Americans grow up in a household with both parents. That means there is 76% that grow up in single parent households. We're headed for self-destruction, and that's by design. So I'll let him keep going.
actually, I will tell you it's even deeper than that. You can read about the Great Society programs of Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1965 when he came up with a policy that said if a woman has a child out of wedlock, the government will provide her a check, no matter how many children she has out of wedlock. But there was a caveat: she cannot have a man in the home. You just
So now you tell me that's not by design. We're gonna give you some money. You can have as many kids as you want, but that dad, he can't be around, or we won't give you anything. By design.
destroyed the black community with that simple policy because the federal government came in and replaced that which was a foundation in the black community, a strong father. And when you don't have the strong fathers there, not saying that a woman can't raise, young men, but when you don't have that strong father there, you see a lot of the problems that we have in the inner city.
Man. Systematic population control. Systematically. Man, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, get this message out to as many people as possible. We need to start waking up and getting back to the family unit. It's the only way that we will achieve success in the conditions that we are provided. It's MaggieVision X. I'm out.